Hold on. An error occurred. Wait a moment. Then try again. Okay.
Okay, so
Here we go. Welcome. This is the 10A podcast with myself and In the Ring with Christine. And we're welcoming Franchon Crews-Dezurn. Oh, I don't know if I said it right,
no,
but it
Franchon
sounds like a
Crews-Dezurn.
very expensive perfume or fragrance or something. It sounds
Yes,
amazing. But how are you today?
I'm good. The sun is shining. I'm breathing. We're making progress.
I mean, no,
Amen.
I know you got a lot of big things on the horizon, and boxing, especially women's boxing, has just exploded on the scene, and not only women's boxing, but women's sports. Franchon, I mean, can you speak on what we're seeing today in women's boxing?
Nah, I mean, in women's boxing, you just seeing the result of hard work and consistency and just unmatched determination because we hear more no's than yeses,
Hmm.
and you're
Mhm.
seeing the product of having allies within the game and just women rising to the occasion and
Hmm.
speaking up for themselves and finding their power. And I love
Mhm.
it.
I
Mhm.
mean, what impresses me about everything, and I always talk to Christine about this in regards to what Jake Paul, what Salida Promotions is doing. It's like everyone now is kind of coming to the forefront. Women's boxing has been around, but now it went from women don't sell to wait a minute, they're about to sell out the Garden in July, and now we have major women fights. It's insane, and now women are getting paid as they should be getting paid. And I've seen an interview where you said about you wanted to eventually have a rematch, but it's about the money, and now the ladies can actually ask for that. I mean, how does that
Mhm.
feel?
I mean, hey, it was a vision that just took some work. And it was a lot of times where it looked like it wasn't looking good for us.
Mhm.
Definitely got to shout out our foremothers, the Laylas, the Lucias, the Christy Martins.
Yes.
They were in this pro game. They were
Mhm.
doing their thing and touching money that
Mhm.
Mhm.
would probably be way more than the girls getting paid now.
Mhm.
But just those women taking a risk, and I'm going to definitely pat myself on the back
Mhm.
because
Mhm.
when they talk about super fights, they can definitely put me in Shields' debut, fresh out of the
Absolutely.
Olympics,
Mhm.
fresh out
Yes.
of the World Championships, on the undercard of one of the greatest fighters, Andre Ward, in the new T-Mobile Arena.
Mhm.
So that kind of set the tone for what you're seeing now. And then people, and that fight was very, very exciting. But you fast forward and you're seeing everybody do the little bit of work. And
Yeah.
when it all comes together, you get what we have now.
And that's the thing. Like you said, straight out the gate, straight out worlds. Y'all fought each other. Pro debut.
Yep.
Yeah,
And that's the thing that we can say about these women too. Nobody's shying away from anybody. They're giving us the matchups and the fights that we want to see.
Mhm.
yeah.
And we nobody can argue with that.
We have no choice. When you talk about money, and I'm definitely in this run, I have to let people know. Some people asking for, trust me, for some people, what a lot is to one person may not be a lot to another,
Yeah.
right?
Facts.
Yeah.
I'll be honest. And like for some fighters asking for this,
Mhm.
your resume is not there. Not talking about when you
Mhm.
fight, just the work. You have to put the work in
Yeah.
I
order to
agree.
come. What we're doing, not only raising the bar for women to get paid when you have the Serranos, the Taylors, the Shields, um, you're setting the standard. So we're
Facts.
definitely trying to X out, oh, you fighting a pro debut on a decent promoter's card, you're getting paid $500, 1,000. We
Oh my
shouldn't
Yeah.
we
God.
shouldn't be doing
Yeah.
that.
Let's
Yeah, we got stories, huh?
no,
What I
let's talk about these stories. Like, I mean, for men, they were getting paid coming up trash, and I can only imagine the women. How was it on the come up? I mean, you got a really interesting story, by the way. I seen the American Idol stuff, and I know you probably want to get in the ring with Simon as well. But um, you know, tell us the come up. I mean, how awkward? I don't want to say awkward, but your story is completely
It's
different than
it's
anybody.
me. It's me. It's definitely me. Look at me. Ain't
Right.
nothing regular about me.
Mhm.
Superstar.
Like I said, what's a little bit to some people
Mhm.
isn't a little bit to other people. For
Mhm.
me, My story is unique. I've always fought. I've always advocated. Um, Case in point, I'm the reason that the women in the USA boxing program, and this I don't know if you know this,
Mm-mm.
that they get paid when they bring medals home.
Really?
Yeah, I knew
I went
that.
head to head with USA Boxing and brought the
Yeah.
girls together because when you do your history, myself, Shields, Tierra Brown, Marlena Esparza, Raquel Miller, Christina Cruz, Michaela Mayer, we were the best, still on paper, the best women's Team USA World Championships team in history. We
Mhm.
brought home medals, and we need to be paid like the men.
Yep.
So how did you actually? I didn't even know you guys didn't get paid or got paid. How did that actually happen? How did you
Because baby, I was taking care of my mom, working 3 jobs and on Team USA. We went out there. We got some people qualified for the Olympics. We brought home, I think, 5 medals,
mm,
and I ain't had no check. And I sacrificed work. I sacrificed being away from my mom and being away from my cats. And I came home and it was just like, oh, hey, good for you. When at the time you had a Rasheed Warren, a Gary Russell, and all of
Mhm.
them, they getting banked. They getting checks for their medals, not only from USA Boxing, but from the
Yeah.
Olympic, the OT,
Commission. Yeah.
Olympic.
Oh, yeah.
really? I thought it
Yeah,
was all like endorsements. So they
not
actually were
not
getting
not
paid.
endorsements. They would get like bonus checks because when you
Wow.
bring home medals to the USA,
Yeah.
that brings money. That helps.
Yeah. It brings money, and you can't really per se have endorsements per se.
Yeah, yeah.
Mm,
But it was like, okay, we're Team USA. We wore the uniform. We represent the country.
Mhm.
We're the best in the world. Some of the
Yep.
best in the world. We can't even pay our phone bill. We can't even pay our rent.
wow.
So where's the discrepancy? We fought, we won, we got medals.
Facts.
Where's our check?
I mean that's
Mhm.
that's very disrespectful to be honest with you. That
Mhm.
you're laying your. I mean, boxing. Everybody knows you're pretty much laying your life on the line. Like you can get hurt, seriously hurt. And I mean, wow. I
But
can't
look,
believe.
but look, but look. Some of us had to crawl so they can walk. And I will commend
Facts.
USA Boxing and Christine, and they've grown so much. They're doing a lot better, a lot better. They're able to basically train full time when you're in team. So
Mm,
Mhm.
it was a struggle. The same way with pro boxing. Back then, a lot of the fighters struggled, but now we have some women who can make a career, take care of themselves from fighting alone. So that
Yeah.
just speaks to you gotta, pay your dues. You have to put the work in. You gotta stick with it. Because if we wouldn't be where we are now with the Jake Pauls and the Salitas and the I don't want to say B level promoters, but the
Yeah. Yeah.
promoters,
no,
you know,
absolutely.
able to sustain women's boxing as well.
You're definitely a modern day pioneer. Like the girls today that are coming through the program and looking at you, like the history and what you did for them, so that when they get to Team USA, they can get the same money that the men did. You're up there definitely, and thank
And
you. I applaud you for that.
now
You're,
we got equal weight classes
Hmm.
in the Olympics.
Yes, you saw that the weight change is now the same. Yes,
wait, what
Every
do you mean?
yes.
Hold on, elaborate on that because I didn't even know what you're talking about.
when I in October, I believe October 2009 is when they said women could box in the Olympics.
Mhm. Mhm.
That's insane.
They forced our, I think how many we have 10 to 12 weight classes, and they forced us to go into 3 weight classes.
Yes.
What?
I was
And
good. I was okay because I was already at an Olympic weight class. I was the champion, and that's until Shields came, and it's like ah. But you had girls forcing up or forcing down,
mhm.
Mm,
and when they saw the 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 type of fights that was produced and the level of competition, because it's basically the survival of the fittest.
yeah.
Yep.
That like when we did get world medals, you won't just fighting girls that was, oh, you're a light heavyweight, you're not 165, you 178, and the competition level went down. You basically took the number twos who didn't make the Olympic team
Yep.
that went up, like myself. So you
Yeah.
Yep.
still fighting Olympic caliber fighters, but you just not in the Olympic weight class. So it started out as
Mhm.
3, then it went to 5 weight classes, and what are we at now? 7 apiece.
7. Yeah, 7
So
7.
First of all, the fact that
Yeah.
I didn't even know that you guys were not allowed to box in the Olympics in 2009. That is absolutely insane.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't
Yeah.
think I don't think you could put an exclamation point point as that. It's insane. Like that is absolutely absurd.
It's the women like Franchon that stand on their truth and open their mouth, have the courage to speak up for things that aren't right. You know, if she would have never done that, we might still be where we're at. I mean, there's so many women that have benefited from her opening her mouth and standing on her truth. Women, look, I train men and women. I'm gonna tell you what, and I'm sorry, but some of these women they train a lot harder than these men
Oh,
because
we
because
do.
we in the back of our minds, it's like we got to prove ourselves more,
Mhm.
you know, and it's not right, but it is what it is.
And those
No,
opportunities
and
come,
and the men get more opportunities as
yeah,
well.
they come few and far in between. Look at me. I
Mhm.
Yeah,
just went and beat the boogeyman, the Terminator. Why I
yeah,
have to
Tracy
wait a
Green,
whole
yeah.
yep,
year and a half to get back in the ring?
yep,
Marketable. I'm entertaining.
yep,
I
yeah,
can fucking fight. I'm
yep.
just what why the math ain't mathing. So
Mm.
that's why it's important for women to put the work in, and you have to have. Peter told me one thing: stamina, and he said that to me when we first started working together because he's been in the game a very long time. You know
Hmm.
what I mean? So that's our word: stamina. You
So
gotta have stamina in the shit because if you don't,
That's true.
So let me. I like what you're saying in terms of women sticking together and having stamina, but how about supporting each other? You know, we've all seen a lot of the controversy that's been transpiring online between MVP Promotions and Clarissa Shields, who's also I think signed to Salida Promotions, and it's kind of starting to cross a divide, and people are getting attacked on both sides. What advice can you give in that situation, just outside of being a boxer, maybe as a friend or a sister, to everyone in this situation? Because it's kind of making women look crazy in a sense, and especially Clarissa. Like
you
she's really
gotta
being
you
killed
gotta ask
online.
Clarissa. You gotta ask Clarissa that
Mhm.
question. And respectfully, this is my interview.
I'm sorry, I was just talking
I'm
about the controversy.
I'm accountable for me,
Yeah.
and I do what I do, and
Mhm.
everybody else do what they do. I like
Hmm.
if speaking to her and from even a little bit I've spoken about, you can see
Mhm.
I've been here before all of them.
Yeah.
Hmm. Hmm.
So I have to watch. It's like a mother watches her children. They're gonna
Mhm.
fight,
Hmm.
and I love everybody. Think about me. I'm respected by everybody.
Yeah.
Nobody tells me shit, and if you tell me shit, you be back it up.
That's true because I will say that back I guess a couple of years ago there were some issues going on with some of the girls at USA Boxing and Franchon we got on the phone and she is that mother, she is that one that really cares and tries
Mhm.
to bring peace and to figure out what's going on because she doesn't want an injustice either side, you
Yeah.
know, and I've always loved and respected her and seen especially what she does. I mean she does so much, she's so talented. We don't have a show long enough to say how talented you are, but that really gave me a new level of respect and love for you because I saw your heart and I'm like, man, she's a
But
real one.
I will say this: what I've learned for me, because I am a empathetic, a sympathetic, and just
Mhm.
a loving person, because I always see the long goal. What you said do make sense. Like when the family feud, nobody wins, especially
Hmm.
Yeah.
when you're a big name and people watching everything you do.
Hmm.
At the end of the day, you gotta carry your own torture state.
Mhm.
Facts.
The
Because
reason
when
I bring it up too is because you women have had it worse than anyone in all of sports, not just boxing. And whether it's the WNBA, people always critiquing them. Why do we even have them? The men are carrying that; they're paying for everything, and people downplay your accomplishments. So, you know, when you see something like all these women getting signed, all these women coming together, there's some dope videos out there with everyone coming together. You kind of want to keep that blossoming because one wrong turn, it almost seems like they're not going to support the women, and that people just don't. And I don't want to see that crumble when I think you guys can be the next superstars in sports. Period.
hey, the women you speak about,
Hmm.
I'm gonna stay in the business that pay me. Both of them are millionaires, right?
Yeah.
What I say ain't gonna do shit. You know what I mean? I trust me. I've had godmother meetings where I'm bringing the
Mm.
dawn of this family, the dawn. I've had recently had
Hmm.
conversations like that and told how I felt. They said what they had to say.
Hmm.
Everybody, you know what I mean? But this is boxing. We punch each
Hmm.
other. We
Yeah.
fight.
Yeah.
Everybody ain't gonna be friends. If you can see
Hmm.
the men go at it and F you, this, that, and the third. You got the people that's bros and bro. it's all right. This is sports. It's still competition. Ain't nothing
Mhm.
wrong with a little competition. Ain't nothing wrong with a little shit talk.
I ain't mad at that. I mean, listen, you got things going on. You just won the belts again, right? Against Shanae Sugar, who was undefeated at the time, right, Christine? So
Yes,
applaud that.
it was so beautiful.
I didn't run for that fight, so y'all gotta forgive me. I started like, hold up, I'm a little fat, little gas, but we got it done.
Wait,
Girl,
wait,
you
hold on.
look
You didn't
good.
trade like that for
You
that
look
fight, for
good,
real?
girl.
Wait, hold on. Wait, you just said you didn't train for that fight? Are you
I
serious?
trained, but I didn't run. Mind you, I just fought Savannah like a couple months earlier,
Mhm.
Yeah,
so I was kind of like in
yeah, yeah.
a. I
Well,
did what I
obviously
had
you
to.
didn't need to run.
Yeah, I did what I had to do. I knew what I was facing, so I did what I had to do.
I mean, you have a big fight coming up. I mean, you want to get into that? I know you're on. I know you guys have a partnership with Andre Ward's podcast, if I'm not mistaken, with
Cool.
this event. Salida
I,
Promotions is. Oh no, well, Salida Promotions is promoting it. I'm also promoting it with Andre Ward, if I'm not
okay.
mistaken. Their podcast. I'm just.
I
This
ain't
isn't
know.
live. That was part of the
She's
press.
like, tell me more, really.
Oh, we got to talk to your guy over there because that's what's in the email.
Okay, well, you know what? If that's the case, it's definitely full circle for me because I did make my pro debut on his undercard,
Ah,
Mm,
and he's such a respected guy.
mm,
And
love it.
just his story, everybody's like, "Oh, he's son of God," but he was in them streets and he turned his life
Yeah,
around. So I can
mm,
definitely
yes.
relate to him. But this fight, not only because I'm fighting a special opponent,
mm.
it's just a special
You
card
can,
platform.
you
Oh,
can
I
say
can't
what
wait. I
it
can't
is.
wait to hear the special opponent.
But she's
Woo!
supposed to be
You already
telling us,
know?
Fred Sean. What's up? Tell us.
Do you know already?
No, they said that you could say it,
Can
but
I
we're not
guess?
going to air it until we're not. This is not airing
Okay.
until you guys release it. So you can say whatever you like. We are
Okay.
not live. I promise you.
Okay.
Ah!
Peter gonna be like texting me and stuff.
You're
No,
good.
but um, well, one, it's a beautiful platform, and like you said, Andre Ward's co-promoting, and then
Mhm.
my history. I went to this place right after I became undisputed and witnessed some of boxing greats be inducted into the Hall of
In the
Fame.
Hall of Fame. Yep.
Yes, I saw Mayweather, I saw Layla, and
Ah.
James Tony, Makoto. You know what I mean? And my mentor, my OG Bernard Hopkins.
Mhm.
And when he got inducted, he actually gave me a shout out, and
Nice.
I wasn't prepared. And I was like, oh
Oh.
my God. So to endure the things I've endured, especially a year and a half break, everything, to be able to fight in this place and be the second woman in history to actually headline, if you didn't know, now you
Mhm.
know.
Yeah, it's
Oh
Headline
my
headline
gosh.
upstate and the Hall of Fame. I think it's June 6th, if I'm not
Yes.
mistaken. I read the email. I got you. I got you.
So
I wouldn't
Ah.
have this information
I
unless they
think
give it to me.
yeah, I think it's worth the wait, and I feel good because it's definitely a place where I intend to be once I'm finished. So, they say if you see it, you believe it. So fight,
Yes.
and then the opponent I'm fighting, one, it's a blessing to give her opportunity because she is an accomplished fighter. She's a Team USA alumni, a Team Mexico alumni. She's
Christine's at the edge of her seat. You got to tell her who it is. You have
yeah, I Ortiz. I don't know how to say her first name. Citili Ortiz.
Oh, she has a nickname. Not Lulu.
I don't know. I don't want to like disrespect her name.
No, I know. Yes, I know who you're talking about. And yes, she is. Yes, she's very, very highly decorated. Team USA from Mexico. I know who you're talking about. Yes, actually, yes, she beat one of my girls.
She beat, and let's talk about it. She
Mhm.
beat the U.S. Olympian.
She did.
So it's
She
like,
did.
you know,
This girl, yes. Oh my gosh, Franchon, listen.
I
This
got my
is a
hands
good one.
full.
This is a good one. But y'all both have your hands full. But this is what we want to see. This is what I'm talking about. Women, they don't care. They're gonna fight whoever.
Yeah.
Yes,
And she's giving this young lady champion an opportunity. This
yes,
is this is this is a risk for
yes,
both. And
yes,
look at you. I
yes.
love it. You're
And
I
amazing.
love that you can make like Christine gets so giddy when it comes to women's boxing.
nah,
I
and
do.
she knows the struggle, and shout out
Yes.
to you and Big Chicken now, Big Chicken.
Yes, big chicken.
Big Chicken. And it's like if you even for me, even though I'm gonna put hands on her and
Yeah.
train the beat
Yes.
shit out of her,
Damn.
Yes.
like I'm just so happy that people can see the talent because yeah, it do become an oversaturated in
Yes.
boxing, right?
Yes.
When you
Mhm.
Yes.
think of women's boxing, you think of three names, perhaps three or four names, five names. Unfortunately, my name ain't in it, right?
Mhm.
But it's like, hey, it's other talented women. Therefore, like the July 11th card, when those women fight, you're going to be introduced to other women.
Yes.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? So you still got to give back to the game. Even though it takes everything from you, you
It
still got
does.
to give back.
No, no,
Absolutely.
absolutely. And again, you're a trailblazer in this game. And a lot of people don't know your story, but this is why it's our job to go out there and put it out there because you do have an amazing story.
Thank you.
Now, you're giving her an opportunity that weekend. It's like a Hall of Fame weekend. It's supposed to be a big thing, and you're headlining, which is super dope.
Oh,
I
I gotta
forgot who's
go.
getting inducted. I did read that, but I forgot who.
Pacquiao thing.
Oh yes, Manny Pacquiao. That is insane. First of all, you're
Woo!
headlining with arguably the greatest fighter of all time being inducted in the Hall of Fame. That is
You making
insane.
me nervous. Come on, I can't.
It's Manny.
Girl,
How
he's
much
gonna be
is
nervous
Manny
looking
given
at
to?
you. You're gonna make him nervous.
Nah, hey, I mean, when you in the presence of legends and you a young legend, I just want
Yes.
to represent myself, my
Mhm.
team, and definitely like my sport in a
Mm.
good way. Because for me, unfortunately, I don't fit in everybody's box. You know, and I want them to see that boxing is life. Boxing
Yes.
saved my life. And yes, I'm
Mm-hmm.
a singer and I do
Same.
all these things, but I'm
Mhm.
a fighter first. And I think
Yes.
with this fight, I have to get back to the basics because when people are knowing me more for singing and fucking sewing clothes rather than running this game for over a decade, that's crazy. That's crazy. So
Yeah.
they gotta
Yeah.
understand
I see it.
I'm a boxer before anything else, a
Yeah.
fighter.
Absolutely.
No, no, absolutely. But it's definitely fire that you're going to be opening up again. Like, I mean, headlining for a legendary weekend. Listen, Manny Pacquiao is one of my favorite fighters ever. So that is one of the biggest accomplishments. If I had that, I want to be there. I was
You
Me
actually going to ask.
too.
I
I was
mean,
going to ask if I could go.
it's crazy because I went to the Philippines for a WBC convention. I think it was like 2019 or something,
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
and we had just missed Pacquiao.
Uh,
But
Ah.
to go and see where he's from and the way people respect and love him, like we saw the
that's
slums, you know what I mean? Like he really, yeah, came from the bottom.
yeah.
But when you see the level of respect his people have for him, just
He's like a
Yeah.
god out there. It's
it's
crazy.
like I'm not going to be in this game for 10 more years.
Mhm.
You know,
Right.
shit, I might come back or something if it's enough work. Shit, I don't care. But
Right. Right.
They're
but it's
saying
like
they're saying Manny might come back. They were just saying that he might
respect.
fight Boots, which is I think ridiculous to be honest with you. But they're saying he might fight Boots. I mean,
That's that goes back to what I said in the beginning. When you put the work in
mhm,
and you earn your space, you build your name.
mhm.
Yes.
You ain't gotta win. Just the fact that you in the
That's
building
right.
is a my presence is a present.
Yeah.
Yeah. Look at Mike Tyson. What he did. You know.
What do you,
Just saying.
I know you design a
Made
lot of
that
your
money.
stuff. Is there going to be a special design for Hall of Fame weekend with Manny Pacquiao? There? Are you going to have an outfit dedicated to the weekend?
I design my outfits.
So you
So
know
Oh,
she is.
I know.
so I think that my outfit is just it's a honestly it's accumulation of a couple things
Mhm,
of what I feel, just where I'm at right now.
mhm.
It might be a little too deep for people, but you'll see. It's nice.
I love it.
It's gonna be beautiful. Even if you don't understand, you'll be like, wow, you look cute, girl.
Oh, now, I know everybody has this in the back of their mind, and I know you've done a million interviews. I've watched them where everybody's asking for the rematch with you and Claressa. Is that in play right now? Is that after this? I know it's going to be a mega fight. Um, I mean, do you want that fight? I know you do, but I mean, are we going to get it this year?
Well, I hope we get it, whether it's this year or maybe early next year. I'm just grateful, for the new partnership between myself, Peter, and Salida Promotions. Shout out to Dimitri, that we can be one step closer to it. Uh, I think it's the most realistic fight because for
Mhm.
some reason people just get so hot and bothered talking about fights that don't even make sense. But
Right.
um, uh, I want that. I want that. And before I hang up the gloves, it makes sense.
It
And if I
does.
come in with a bang, I want to go out with a bang. And I definitely feel like I'm owed that
Hmm.
for the sacrifice because 13 girls turned her down and I stepped up to the plate.
Mhm.
2.5 week notice. And
Mhm.
Yeah, 2.5 weeks notice.
3 week notice, I only could train for 2 weeks, smash weight. And we did what we had to do. Nothing away from Claressa. She's phenomenal.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah. Both
but
are.
I think yeah, I know that's definitely a fight that I deserve and to be paid for. When
Yeah.
people know I'm not showing up for no check. The thing is, I'm not doing it for money. It's done
Yeah.
for me. I
Mm.
deserve the money, but this
Right.
is for me. This is for me. This is for me. This is for it would be for everything I had to go through because she'll tell you just like I'm gonna tell you. She stood on the shoulders of me
Hmm.
and I'm so proud of her. Like I know outside of all the stuff, like that's why I respect her because she had to go through me to get where she is and
Yeah,
she did that shit and ran with it.
Yeah.
Outside of the outside stuff, I'm talking about boxing.
Yeah.
absolutely.
So for me, being a competitor, being a dog, I would definitely want to do that dance because she's my
Mm.
favorite dancing partner.
Mm.
And
I love that.
it'll be amazing. It'll be amazing show for the fans. Y'all want to
I
see
definitely
fights?
want to see it. I want to
Well, I
see it.
definitely want to see it. Now, is
I
it going to be a
swear,
different?
I'm gonna tell you straight up. I'm the type I will keep fighting until I get that W. I don't give a fuck. Like we
Yeah.
just gonna keep fighting.
I love it.
What
My
have you
kids don't
learned?
fight.
What have you learned since that fight that you can apply to this fight that'll make you victorious?
I'll have a real training camp. We'll have more than 4 rounds. We have a lot more experience. Uh, we're both grown women. I mean, we were grown then, but it's like you go through some
You
life
grown,
things.
grown.
Yeah, we
Mhm.
grown, and
Hmm.
Mhm.
know, uh, and for me, I don't have any inhibitions. Like nothing's holding me back. I don't got nothing to lose.
Mm.
I already been to the bottom. I have nothing to lose.
Yes.
Everything to gain. When I
Yes.
first fight, my coach told me, he said, "You win the fight, change your life." Though I didn't get the decision, I won because I stepped up to the plate and did the best I could do with what I had, and I flipped that shit, became undisputed, first ever
Yes.
undisputed super middleweight champion.
Yes.
You feel what I'm saying? So yeah, it'll be different. It'll be different. I gotta keep her on point. She the GOAT. I'm that fire on her ass that keep her there. She always know. I'm the
Mm.
one. Big sis gonna keep you in line. Make sure you on your stuff and not distracted with the other stuff.
I
No,
like that.
listen, I look forward to the rematch. Uh, Outside of boxing, you've always been a fighter. Like period, you've been through it all, and it speaks a lot of volumes. It speaks volumes that even through defeat, you still were able to become world champion and undisputed. And here now headlining the Hall of Fame, a woman headlining the Hall of Fame, by the way, inductee of Manny Pacquiao.
Yeah.
Possibly,
Woo!
Thank
look at this, look at this beautiful
I
woman.
mean, but
Look at us
that's what I'm
smiling.
saying. I think in the other interview I talked about market value, and I
Yeah.
work with a man who will tell you real quick, yo, not me. He ain't gotta tell me that, but he would tell a fight, baby, not in those words specific, like baby, you ain't there yet. You ain't the product. You gotta work with the product a little bit. But for me, you can't take me from debuting in T-Mobile Arena on the undercard of Andre Ward. I've always been top tier.
Mm,
Yeah.
People
Yeah.
forget whether it was in the UK. I did headline in the UK,
mm-hmm,
right?
mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Even when I fought Shadeja, we was co-main event. We were co-main event because I was on the card.
Yep, the
Because
facts.
she fought on YouTube. I ain't no YouTube fighter unless you paying them YouTube checks.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I've
Yeah.
always been top. Even when I fought on Katie and Amanda's first card, one of the
Mhm.
co-main events. And my shit was rocking. Trust me, them Irish and Puerto Rican fans, they love me in New York.
Yes.
So
Mhm.
this ain't nothing new to me. And I'm just grateful that the zone, Salida, and Peter made it happen.
Yeah.
Even if the checks don't match or the opportunities don't match in the past or things like that, to give me the respect. That's all I want.
Yeah.
That's all. I don't want the hoopla. I just want the respect, because goddamn it, I put the work in.
Yeah.
So this is a love letter to myself, to be fighting in a legendary place in front of legends for the people, giving another accomplished fighter an opportunity, and we just gonna move on from there.
I love it. I love it.
I
And
definitely appreciate you, Franchon. I know you don't.
yes.
You're pressed for time and stuff, so I'm gonna let you rock out. Let them know everything you got going on. You're single, everything.
Yeah. So I'm gonna do it real big. I have a single called "Leave Me Alone." It's on all platforms. Little R&B song. I'll be dropping some new music, leading into just something so y'all can see. Cause I write, I arrange, I do all those things. Actually applying for Met Gala Baltimore, so I'm gonna be applying. I'm doing a lot of stuff, just getting into these fashion shows. So once June come around, we gonna rock and roll, rock and roll.
Yes. I love it.
We definitely support you here. Whatever you need from us.
Facts.
I definitely am interested in you pulling up June 6th. I'm gonna hit up your promotional company.
Okay, look, let's see if
Apply
they
for
give
those
me
credentials, man.
I got the direct contact now. I'm gonna, hey, yeah, what's up, man? Like, I'm here, man.
look, I'm still fighting. I'm fighting for everything.
Yeah, Franchon, tell Peter I'm be calling him too. No,
Hey,
I love Peter. That's my guy.
yeah,
He's a great manager. And when I heard y'all were, oh man, I love it. He's great. I
yeah,
love Peter.
yeah. I gave him hard time. I ain't only. Let me
Yeah.
tell you real quick.
Yeah.
This is. I feel bad. Like, I really can't talk about nobody not understanding the history of boxing, because when I met Peter, I'm like, who is this? Right? I
Mm.
gave him
Oh,
a hard time, and only reason I signed with him is because my husband read an article about Peter and the love he had for his grandmother.
yeah.
And my husband, his grandmother, she's
Hmm.
90 plus. So he
Yeah.
is my boy, and he just like, nah, that I
That's
like
it.
to get with
That's
him.
the one.
And the
Hmm.
rest is history, literally.
Yeah. Yeah. And it turned out to be
Um,
a really good feeling that your husband had because he is an
Yeah,
amazing guy.
yeah. Love him to death, man. But
Hmm.
thank you
Yes.
guys for having me.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank you,
you.
Franchon. So good to see you. I want to talk soon.
Yeah. I'll be,
Okay.
I'm around. They're gonna keep me busy. So
Uh,
thanks.
Okay.
Thank you,
Take
girl.
care.
Appreciate you.
Bye.
Bye bye.
End recording. Bang. I think it's still ended. Hold on.
Do, 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 do,
Why is
do.
this thing always giving me problems? Oh, play.